It is the 9th of November 1939, and we're going to talk about the Venlo incident. This is not a shining example of British ability. In fact, MI6 come across as dreadfully amateurish. Now, what happens is that Venlo is a small town right on the border between Holland and Germany. And a small group of German Gestapo officers and various intelligence and spies, they come together to make a plot. They're going to invite two British spies, Sigismund Payne Best and Richard Henry Stevens, to come to a cafe in Venlo called the Bacchus, and they will tell them that there's a coup forming. Now, it's weird because there actually is a coup forming. Halder, you may remember, is upset about how Hitler is assuming command of the armed forces. However, the Gestapo have made up this coup, their coup. In fact, even though it's made up, Hitler still gets nervous about it, which tells you a lot about what it takes to be a paranoid dictator. So, the Gestapo sells the idea to the British that all they need is some communication and they can get the coup underway. And of course, MI6 were quite like this because they could get Hitler out of power, return Europe to peace without any cost or losses. Unfortunately, MI6 falls for this entirely. They turn up at the cafe where they are kidnapped and driven at high speed back across the border into Germany. Both spies would survive the war, being held in captivity. However, Payne Best had in his pocket a completely decoded list of all the British spies currently in Germany. I mean, can you imagine being quite so incompetent as that? Their reasoning was their need to show the Germans who they should go and talk to in order to encourage the coup. But as a result, every single MI6 asset in Germany is arrested and they are killed, interrogated, tortured, whatever. It's awful. It's a dramatic and dreadful setback for British intelligence efforts so early in the war.